Hello people, Soulsborne Fanatic here. Today I'm gatekeeping, talking about the proper way to play Soulsborne games, and any other way is invalid. And simply, not the right way to play. No, but really, what is the intended way of doing things? Is there truly a right or wrong? Is cheesing bosses and enemies acceptable? Many such cases. But nevertheless, the answer isn't clear black and white. If you have ever played a Souls game, I guarantee you've at least cheesed one way or another. Be it by hitting an enemy through the wall, using an item to make the boss stop for a brief moment and create an opening, searching up guides on how to get an OP early and steamroll through the game. How do you approach the game changes everything. Souls games are designed to run wanting to, causing a particular feeling or emotion, as do many games, but Souls games are unique in this industry. They are entirely built on the gameplay loop of overcoming adversity, to make you feel rewarded and satisfied after beating a difficult boss that has required persistence, memorizing its attack patterns to beat it. The process of becoming more familiar with the boss to the point where you can recognize each attack they dish out. Now what does that have to do with cheesing? Well, everything I just stated can be completely read off, using certain strategies and cheesing methods. Souls games are designed around getting players to have a similar experience, hence the no difficulty sliders and challenging enemies. It isn't arbitrary. It serves a purpose. The possibilities are much closer with that in place than it would have been with those changes. It's pretty typical for a boss in Souls to be difficult for one and easy for another, although there are cases of bosses being difficult for everyone, because the skill is required to win. These bosses are skill checks. The ones that come to mind are Ornstein and Smo, Nameless King, maybe even Malenia. I'm not really familiar with cheesing tactics with the first two, but for Malenia, there are countless. If you have played Elden Ring, you're probably familiar with Weapon Rivers of Blood. This weapon was disgusting, completely unbalanced. You could kill Malenia in less than a minute with the OP katana. Thankfully though, they nerfed that piece of shit. Another way to cheese Malenia would have been using the Frenzy incantations, or the Blood Flies, causing her to stagger infinitely. By doing this, you are completely negating the mechanics of the boss, without ever having to learn or even interact with their moveset. Sure, you beat the boss, but did you really beat the boss? You have got to at least understand you're missing out on what makes the fight fun. I've seen clips of Comet Azure used to drain bosses of their entire health pools before they can even get a single attack. How is this fun? I don't believe for a second that this was intended. At the end of the day, I encourage players to interact with the boss's mechanics at least once, because there's a lot more enjoyment than that giant death laser melting its health bar. I also understand that you bought the game and you can play it however you want, but I'm just saying what I think. Maybe to some people, they just want to be God killing mortals. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're treating the bosses like a checklist instead of a hurdle to overcome and persevere. I don't hold it against anyone. At least don't complain about a difficult boss that can't be cheesed in the future. That's all for me. I like cheeseburgers and french fries, but there is way too much when it applies to Souls. Have a nice rest of your day.